Welcome to Season 1 of Gaming with Scott presents Fantasy Weekly, Book 1, Tales from Oxley, a Southgate Media podcast. Join us each week as our ragtag team from Oxley follows the trail left in the wake of the cult of Onyx as they attempt to save their village, and perhaps the world, from impending doom. Starring Joshua Jackson, Kelly Caudille, Rico Suarez, and John Kennedy. With me, Scott Troiano, running the table as the Game Master. Fantastic adventures await you just beyond this music.
Oh, this story goes out to Hoshin. You know who you are. We went to Our Lady of Grace for the poker tournament. And we have in one hand our beer. The other hand was our stogie and our cards. And we're playing cards, and he's like, okay, this is cool. And Father Tom walks in. We love Father Tom. Father Tom's the greatest. Catholic priest. It's wonderful. My buddy goes, sets his beer down by his thing, puts his stogie down, and puts his cards down in front of him, folds his hands, and sits halfway back from the table. The rest of us look at him like he is odd. And I go, what are you doing? And he goes, well, that's the priest right there. It's like, yeah, that's Father Tom. And he goes, that's the priest. I said, yes, it's the priest. He's right there. I'm like, yes, you can see. We all can see him. Like, this is not a thing. And he goes, well, what's he going to say? And I'm like, what do you mean?
Here's my money. Buy me in and deal me some cards.
And Father Tom picks up the pitcher and begins refilling everyone's beer. And he refills my beer, and Hoshin's like, oh. And he pulls up the thing, and he's like, oh, thank you, Father. Thank you very much. Thank you. And we're like, okay. And he takes a sip of the beer, puts it back down on the floor. It's like, okay. And so Father Tom finishes filling, and he walks out. And my buddy picks his beer back up, and he picks his stogie back up, and his cards, and he goes, and I went, what the hell just happened? And he goes, well, that was the priest. And I went, yes, you realize he gets 50% of the take, right? Like, this is for the church. And he goes, oh, so he's okay with us playing cards? And I went, okay, he gets half. Like, we all bought in with like $100. He gets half of that, right? You know that, right? And he's like, oh. Well, he knows we're drinking. I was like, he refilled the beers. Are you kidding me? I said, Catholics are allowed to drink. And he went, well, what about the stogie? And I went, it's a stogie?
It's a cigar, bro.
All the cigar folks are at this table. We're in this corner. The rest of the people are over there. We put us in this corner for a reason.
Just don't get the ash on the floor.
Catholics love to drink and gamble.
They do. And he went, oh. And I went, what's the deal? And he goes, well, I was raised Southern Baptist.
Oh, yeah.
And, I can just do all this stuff. I'm like, okay, the priest gets half the cut. He refilled your beer. He has no problem with the stogie. And if he didn't have to run the thing, he'd probably be playing.
Yeah.
And as he sits back and just finally relaxes into it and takes a sip of his beer, I hear him whisper, Roman Catholic. Best religion ever. And I was like, well, there you go.
If only he knew.
And ta-da.
No, I knew my priest was pretty cool growing up when during each year we have the Holy Spirit Festival. And we have the Rose Garden out behind the church. It's a beautiful place, except during the festival, in which case it is the beer garden. Oh. And one day... he's giving the sermon. He's announcing events, and he just happened to slip. And he goes, "Oh yes, and and afterwards, we'll be having a spiritual renewal out in the beer garden. I mean the Rose Garden." But then, but the thing is, everybody just laughed. They were sort of like, "Oh, we know what it is. It's not the festival, but you can't change that." And even then, he was just like, "Yeah, just join us.
Just come on down. Sure, it's a good thing."
Roses, beer.
Whatever. It's a beer garden. We all knew. Drinking's okay. It's not against the rules. It's perfectly fine.
Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure Jesus was lit all the time, turning water into wine.
I would have been.
Your body is 90% water. That dude was just probably wasted.
Lit all
Did
the time.
Did you see the cartoon where he was touching people's goblets and Jesus was touching people's goblets and turning them into wine? And he actually instantly touched somebody and turned him into wine.
Yeah.
That's funny.
It was hilarious.
I read I think it was Cyanide Happiness, where it's sort of like it shows Jesus just walking by and he's blessing all the cups, and then just someone walks over and goes, "Jesus, not again. We hate you, Jesus." "Why, my child?" "Because this is an AA meeting." There's a back out. There's just a bunch of really nervous looking guys looking at the now glasses full of wine.
Nice. That's funny. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Gaming with Scott. I'm here with Kelly.
Hello.
I'm here with Rico.
Yo.
And I'm here with John Kennedy.
Hello.
That was a really good Harold impression.
I did.
That was a very good Harold.
I'm now playing
impression.
Harold.
You're not playing Harold?
I've played enough Skyrim that I could just swap out miniatures, right? And then I can.
Yeah, right.
Not
And you're
Skyrim,
there.
Skylanders.
Oh, that's even better. You haven't crossed audiences there.
Not a bad game.
Yeah?
Not bad.
All right.
It's like
Do you have a
Gauntlet.
Jack Skellington?
No.
That's what I want.
It looks cool.
Right? Kelly falls flat on his face.
Sparrow.
I'm sorry. I'll back that up. Sparrow falls flat on his face.
I quickly move to coup de grace the kobold before he wakes up and sounds an alarm. Leaving Sparrow there on the ground.
Last time on Gaming with Scott, Sparrow moved in for the kill. The kobold was asleep. He made his move.
That's your mistake. You should use like something sharper than a bass trombone. I would recommend, at the very least, a
French horn.
clarinet, because those reeds,
Right.
the reeds,
Oh,
you could
they're
you could file the reeds.
They're very sharp. I was going to say French horn.
Also, you
It's
know,
a sharp compliment to the trombone.
Yeah.
Anyhow. No? Nobody? All right.
No, I don't know anything about instruments.
Alrighty, let's roll initiative, shall we?
oh wow, nice die. 19.
Ooh.
14.
15.
All right.
All right, I'm going last.
No, you aren't. The kobold's going last. The kobold starts awake and he's like, oh, what are you doing there, big man?
I run up to the kobold, and just quickly draw my sword and then down into him, into his skull.
Oh.
Let's silence him quickly.
Oh, you're not going to
I didn't want to kill the kobold.
Take him prisoner?
No, I didn't want to kill the kobold, but nope, let's do it.
They're filthy, scaly monsters covered in shite and eat dead stuff. They're disgusting.
Dragons, no, they're cool. They've got the blood of dragons within them. They come from an ancient culture.
Oh, stop it.
Yes, they do.
I'm stabbing this guy in the skull as we're having this argument. No, it's a beautiful culture.
What are you talking about? The kobolds are fantastic. They have the blood of dragons.
The blood's just soaking his mouth where we have this argument, and then he grabs my sword and he keeps stabbing kobold. And I say they're flea-bitten. They carry diseases.
Fantastical. The blood of mystical creatures within them. It does. It flows through my veins. Okay.
That's not going to be good.
What'd you roll to hit?
Well, hold on. How much is a bonus from a skill? It's +2?
+2.
16.
Okay. Yeah. I thought you rolled like a 1.
Oh, no.
Okay. Yeah.
Oddly, I would be better at killing this man with my shield.
Nice. Roll me a d12.
Your sword does a D12? Shut the front door.
Right?
Oh, 6 damage.
Okay.
What's strength modifier?
That's what the strength modifier.
You cleave his head like a melon.
You rolled a 1 on your damage?
I rolled a 2. I have a +4.
Isn't your strength as equal as my intelligence? Didn't we have that
No, my
conversation?
constitution is.
Oh, okay. You said constitution. I heard strength.
Yeah.
Sorry. Ignore me.
I said I was as tough as you were smart.
Oh.
I heard strong.
Maybe I did. That might be my fault.
It's all good.
we're having this argument. So it's like, shunk. No, I'm a tougher than you are smart. Stab.
The corpse slides into the dirt. Sparrow gets back up. He's like, it was a good distraction.
Tough break. Tough break could happen to anybody. Yeah. Hey, you get back into the game, Slugger. Don't
I'm going
worry.
to loot the kobold.
Okay.
Oh, you're going to touch it?
No, I'm going to loot it.
All right. It's got a leather vest on. There's nothing. There's some bones in the leather
Probably
vest.
covered in shite. They're disgusting.
Any weapons on him?
No.
It's lizard shit.
He has no weapons?
They're
weapons.
disgusting.
It's not that gooey.
No,
They're
there's kind of a
disgusting.
bone of what might have been a femur of a dog or something that's kind of next to the crate where he had kind of tucked it so it wouldn't fall over while he was sleeping.
Wait, did he kill a dog?
Well, probably ate him, too.
Good news! I've changed my position on kobolds.
They're filthy in
I agree.
Until it's the cute animals that die, right?
What?
Just like that PETA meme. Where it's like, where do you draw the line? Right here.
Cute animal. It was like sloths.
We
I
had
don't care about
an
them.
interview last year with somebody, Christian Doyle, where you said where people said, "Well, you kill the dog. That's where people have the problem."
Right.
Children, it's okay, but the dog, that's where
the
people.
dog,
draw
children
the line.
kill
too.
the dog, right?
Children too, but no.
Children, the dog, emus. Oh, we can kill those all day long. Sloths. That's an ugly animal. Yeah,
What? No,
kill a
no.
dozen of those.
Sloths are like adorable, creepy cuddlers.
All right, moving on.
You could put a sloth through a wood chipper, and people would go, It's not like if you had to pick children, puppy, sloth. One of them gets stuffed through a wood chipper.
Well,
Darn
it's the
shame
sloth
about that
all day.
sloth, huh?
No, it's more like the person making me choose goes through the wood chipper.
Right? That terrible, horrible person.
Your fault for making me choose.
What if it's puppy, child, or armadillo?
Can we?
Armadillo's
can we
going
just
away.
move on?
Again, it would. Well, first the armadillo's shell should resist a wood chipper.
No,
But-
it won't. It won't.
I know that. I know that Radish has a soft spot for armadillos.
He does, doesn't he?
I
That's
do.
a thing.
They were adorable.
They are adorable. They curl up in their little thing, and their little pink noses are so soft.
And there's like barely a chance that you'll get leprosy from it.
Barely a chance.
just barely.
It is.
It's
it
not
is-
nearly
less
as
than
bad.
1%.
Yeah,
It's not
it's
nearly
less
as
than
bad as
1%.
the ankle spurs from a duck-billed platypus. Thank you.
They're venomous.
I think you have a better chance of
Exactly.
being struck by lightning than you do getting leprosy from an armadillo.
Plus, leprosy's treatable too.
Well, but if
Yeah.
you lick the nostrils of an armadillo,
Then
you're running a risk.
then
is what
you
I'm
go
saying.
in the wood chipper. That's because an armadillo don't want that.
No. Well, it's all about consent. Most
It is.
armadillos will tell you no, don't, no,
Just
no,
like,
thank
no,
you.
man, no, I like you, but no.
And then you're like, no, but
I don't know why they're Morgan Freeman. All armadillos are Morgan Freeman.
But then you lean in, and you're like armadillo.
and
They're
that's
like
when
red.
And that's when I told Andy Dufresne that I did not, that he may have been my best friend inside the
Are there any
prison.
windows overlooking the side door of the convent?
One.
Is it boarded up or is it open?
It's boarded up.
Oh, okay, good deal. So I don't have to push anybody up against the wall to
Correct.
keep us hidden. Okay.
Correct.
That's what I would have done on my turn. I would have tackled us into the building so we wouldn't be
Nice.
an eye shot.
All right, the kobold falls off of his little stool, his little box that he was sitting in, his little crate, and he's thunk.
Okay. I'm going to go. Is there a handle on the door?
Yes.
Is it covered in shite?
Yes.
Of course it is. Kobolds are filthy.
Yeah, you don't want to touch. You're like, hey, I'm gonna. I mean, it seems to be.
No, kobolds are pretty disgusting. I don't think you guys understand how disgusting they are. It's okay to kill them. Perfectly okay.
I want to know Jace's backstory where he has hatred for kobolds. This feels like was there like a brewing competition where
No, look at it. It is filthy and covered in feces. What do you mean? There's no backstory. Look, it stinks and it's disgusting.
yeah,
and
he's
it's-
already been ostracized. He's out here on his own.
Shall we move on?
We're gonna walk inside. There's gonna be a bunch of kobolds sitting down the dinner and like with white ties and tails.
Just no.
No one likes strategy. Okay, I'm moving in.
how high up is the boarded window?
12 feet.
How tall am I? How tall are you, Sparrow?
About 5'10".
How tall are you, Radish?
6'2".
You have a shield, right?
I do.
Okay. We're going to pull a Wonder Woman shield move,
Wonder
Oh.
Woman.
and I'm going to get up on your shoulders, and you're going to lift me up to that window and raise me up on your shield, and I'm going to see if I can loosen a board and look inside the building
Okay.
before we go through that shite-infested door.
Sheathing my sword, getting ready. Get the shield up, ready.
And I'm going to climb on his back and onto his shoulders. What's your strength?
17.
Oh, you should be strong enough for me. I'm barely 6 foot and 200 pounds.
Yeah.
Okay, climb up on his shoulders. All of you give me an intelligence roll.
No.
Okay.
We just say no.
I've said no every time he told me to roll.
Jace
It's
is at a
just-
-5.
What?
16.
Well, that would give me an 18. That would take away my +5 modifier.
All right, there you go. 14. Okay. Jace,
Is it really -5?
Yeah, you're
It
working.
really is -5?
Yeah.
Oh, so 18.
You're working on a board, and you're like, oh, I can get this undone. And you see the top of the door starting to move as something's pushing it open before these two do.
Oh.
Something's going to open the door and hit him right in the chest with it.
Oh. Radish, bar the door. Not Radish. Sparrow. Sparrow.
Yeah, got it.
Hold the door. Hold door.
Hold door? All right.
Hold door.
You put your shoulder into it.
Hold
Something's
the door.
opening the door.
Okay. Put my shoulder into it. Try to keep it closed.
Military Mac.
Something's yelling from the other side of the door. Like, not in a heavy voice, but it's about waist high. It's cursing the fact that the door won't open.
I do not speak cold.
I don't speak any other languages, bro.
Yeah.
All right. There it is. Oh, see, an opportunity for the group.
Can I get a board loose?
How are you working on getting it loose? Are you just tearing at it, or are you
I was going to use my regular dagger as a wedge.
All right. Give
to
me a
try
roll
and-
me on a d20.
I think we're uncovered. Because they're coming out this door, and we can't sneak up.
Not from the door. You've heard of DFA, right?
Death from above.
Okay.
Based on any stat or just a straight D20?
Straight d20.
Oh, 13.
Okay, yeah, you pull out a board.
All right. How many kobolds can I see inside?
You peek in there. None.
What if I look straight down by the door?
That's you see the floor, the upper timbers of what would be the floor of the top of this room.
Okay. So there's 2 floors.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, then I'm going to climb my way into the window.
Oh, yeah, you need 2 more boards pulled out.
Yeah, I'm going to work on that.
Okay, all right. The door kind of rattles a little, like it's trying to be pushed on,
Gonna hold
and
it.
then it stops.
Okay. I lean back, like I turn around so I can check the view out.
Okay.
Stay leaned up against the door, though.
Okay. It kind of pushes again.
Just gonna hold it closed.
And then from inside you hear like, eh? Like it's obviously like, hey, dude, are you out there? It seems very, like, it's surprised, to say the least.
Are you almost done?
I'm
Second
working on
board.
the second board. 12.
Done.
Okay, so I just help.
Yeah, I only need 1 more board.
Okay. And I keep holding them up.
Okay. Third board.
Third board.
You do it. You do it.
That was a nat 20, baby.
Boom. That board and the one next to it comes out. Oh, there's plenty of room to climb up in there now.
Sweet. I'm going to climb in.
Okay.
Quietly climb in.
Okay.
And then put the hood of my cloak up to benefit from the max stealth bonus.
All right. I'm going to step back, and then I'm just going to put my hand on my sword, but I'm going to use my eyes to look at Sparrow, and then look just to the side. Yeah. And then just you get over there, and then I'm just going with my fingers big. They're going to come out. Let them all come out first. And then just be like, open the door.
Okay. And so I go onto the other side of the door so they can call him out in front of him.
Okay.
I step back a little bit.
Okay. Door opens. One kobold comes out and begins yelling at the corpse.
He sees me, right?
No. He's obviously there's obviously a superiority here. Like he's making noises that it's like somebody's getting a tongue lashing, and the behavior of the second kobold is almost as in like, aha! And finally, I caught you sleeping, and this is a terrible thing, and you're going to get your comeuppance.
He sees the severed head.
Well, like the head is split in half, and he's
more concerned that he's caught this other kobold sleeping on the job.
Oh yeah.
He's not just sleeping. I feel like this is a Monty Python sketch in brewing.
It takes him a half second, and then he's like, huh?
Kobolds are stupid.
He's joined the choir invisible.
And he kind of picks up shakes the head of the snout of the kobold. And when he doesn't, like the kobold doesn't get up, you see the gears start turning in its head.
They are stupid, filthy lizard man.
I'm just going to walk up
destroy
behind
them.
him, and I'm just going to lift my shield up above my head, and then just give him a chair shot to the top of his head.
Okay, roll me a d20.
They are filthy, stupid lizards.
That's a 19.
It's okay to kill them.
Okay, he no longer has a neck.
That's a 28.
Oh, jeez. His snout is now basically where his sternum was. His entire spine goes.
Wow, these things die easily.
And
These things are the dodos of
and
the fantasy
just
world.
falls forward and just twitch. Twitch.
Well, yeah, you say that until they touch you and you catch every freaking disease imaginable in the fantasy realm because they're covered in shit.
Is that kobold armed?
No.
Okay.
I hope I didn't kill a kobold wife.
I'm gonna go in the building stealthily.
I'd use my foot and I just kind of kick around his clothing. Do I hear or feel anything solid in his clothing?
Well, other than the slight rigor mortis that is already starting to, I mean, it's already...
Now your boot's covered in poop. I hope you're proud of yourself.
They aren't covered in poop.
They are covered in feces.
There's some filth on each of them that are...
That's other people's poop.
Still covered in feces.
Does that make it better?
It doesn't make it any better.
Can we move on?
Yeah, okay. Well, sorry you made your death from above. It looked really cool.
No, well, I didn't know there was a second floor. I thought it was just a straight drop down. I was poorly mistaken.
Well, Sparrow's already gotten inside, so I'm just gonna follow and draw my sword. And I'm not gonna kill Sparrow. So wait for it. No, I'm not gonna kill him. I just follow inside. I trip and fall into Sparrow.
Is there a banister to look over from the second floor onto the first floor?
No, you're in a room. It's like there's 2 twin beds.
Oh, okay.
It's a rather small room, and there's a little door, and the twin beds look like, I mean, the room looked like it might have been used and remade up, but it doesn't look like it's been used in the last couple days.
Okay. Is the handle clean on the inside?
No.
Okay. Are there any bedding or sheets on any of these 2 small twin beds?
Bedding, yes.
Okay. Well, I'm going to take some of that bedding off. Are we talking like sheets or blankets or just like...
Blankets.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm going to cut some strips of the blanket up with my dagger.
Okay.
And I'm going to use that to slowly open the door handle once I find out, does the door open in or
Yes,
out? It
in.
opens in? Okay, so I'm
Yep,
going to
in.
slowly pull it. Well, I'm glad it opens in because it lets me see better. And I'm going to peek out the door.
Okay. There's a hallway. You see the hallway goes left and right. There appears to be a number of rooms on each side and stairs that go down to the main hall area. The upper area would probably be where some nuns lived or hung out.
Any kobolds in the hallway up here?
Nope.
Sweet. I'm going to slowly exit the room and gently shut the door behind me.
Okay, it's closed.
And just hallway on both sides, left, right, no open banister or anything like that?
Correct. Down to the left is the stairs that go downstairs.
Oh, okay, good deal. That's what I was looking for. Thanks.
No worries.
You felt what I was putting down. I'm going to go sneak my way to the stairs, being as quiet as I can. All light-footed and roguelike.
Footloose and
Stealthy?
fancy-free.
Yeah.
Because getting there is half the fun. Come on and share it with me. Moving right along.
And
Your chorus isn't here tonight, John. Just drop it.
I'm going to, before I go down the stairs, I'm going to do half fire powder into a vial, half sneezing powder, and then another half of the fire powder into the glass vial.
All right, you fill up.
25, 50, 25. 25% fire powder, 50% sneezing powder, another 25% fire powder.
He's going for like an even dispersal.
Okay.
Or he's making one of those decorative
Well, it's
candles.
half and then half and then half again.
So explain to me, you're going to fill it up a quarter of the way with fire powder.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And then 50% of the way with...
Because you said it was a half and then a half and a half.
Yeah, half of
so
a half.
So you're starting with a quarter
Yeah.
instead of a half.
I was following Harold's instructions exactly as he gave them to me.
Okay, now here's where I need to know, okay?
Okay.
Because you could fill the bottle halfway up
Yeah, I could.
and then fill half of what's left with fire powder and and then the remainder with or half. You could fill it halfway with fire powder, then so now it's half full.
Mm-hmm.
You could then take a quarter, which would be half of what's remaining, full of the sneeze powder, and then fill up the remainder with fire powder. Or you can do a quarter fire powder, half of it with, so that you got a 50-50 instead of a 75-25. Which one are you going for?
I'm going 25% fire powder, 50% sneezing powder, that's 75%, and then another 25% fire powder.
Okay.
So that's the full 100%, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're okay.
That's the mix I'm going with.
Okay. All right. Excellent. I think I'm going to have to put together an alchemist's guide
Yeah.
Probably.
for this game and see how
And a book of lore, as transcribed by Radish.
Yes.
Not to mention the Shard Wars.
Shard
Don't
Wars.
forget
I was
the
going to
Shard
say,
Wars.
Shard Wars get their own encyclopedia, right?
Yeah, well,
They would
it's
have
a
to.
19-volume set,
Right.
and that just covers the early stages of the war.
Right.
I mean, 'cause, the House Shard offensives, which start the whole thing.
Right.
And then,
Now-
the
are-
near ruin of House Gravel.
Now, my question is, does that 19-volume set contain the sedimentary the onset of sedimentary effects on the war itself?
It's funny you mentioned that while it's mentioned, it's a very important factor in the ongoing war because it affects the economy. Because, even golems,
More
it-
importantly, does this blow up in my face?
Ooh, that's a good question.
it will blow up in your face.
No, not the
so
Shard
long-
Wars, the thing that I made.
No,
Okay.
It'll blow up in your face if I stop talking.
Oh.
I don't think
No,
that's...
we didn't need to go there.
I don't
There's a
think
card
that's
in
the case at
Munchkin
all.
that's like that. Oh, it's terrible. All right.
So,
So,
ground floor team.
ground floor team. All right, you step inside with Sparrow.
The Sparrow.
All right, you guys are there. The path straight ahead comes underneath a set of stairs and kind of turns left and out into a main hall area.
What do we see in the hall?
You come out, you look from underneath the stairs, you could see through them. There's a small group of kobolds, 4, maybe 5 of them, eating something dead on the table. They're just kind of pulling off chunks of flesh and crunch, 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 and swallowing it down their little gullets. They're all about 3.5, 4 feet tall. There are 2 of them that have daggers.
Probably covered in feces.
Could be.
I have the dumbest idea, but I think it would be very heroic looking.
What?
Okay, you get your bow and arrow ready,
Okay.
and you get ready to launch after I make my big reveal.
Okay.
All right, so you get in position to
All
fire.
right, get in position.
All
Are
right,
you being
I-
silent at all?
Oh no, I walk around the corner behind
good deal.
them,
Perfect.
and I've got my shield out, and I've got my sword, and I go, "Kobolds, I've come to challenge you to the death." And then I make that little motion for you to fire an arrow at one of them.
They turn around and go, okay.
Wait, you
And
speak?
one of them says, okay.
Wait, you speak?
Do you shoot him with an arrow?
No, ow!
I'm going to shoot one of the armed ones.
Okay. Roll me a d20.
Pretty sure you hit him. In the nards.
Non-natural 20.
Okay. You shoot, one of the ones is reaching for a dagger, and you thunk him in the chest. He falls over off the back of off the back of his seat. And the one that's okay goes, oh!
What? Hold on.
What?
You speak English?
Common?
Sorry.
Yeah?
Tell them to drop their weapons or we're going to kill you.
You challenge us?
I hold up my dragon scale shield.
You challenge us. You say you challenge us.
Yes, I challenge you.
We accept.
Firing another arrow.
Stop! Roll a d20.
10.
Okay. You hit him. They both, the other 2 or 3 duck down behind the table and the other side. They duck for cover. The one who can speak common, she goes, yes, accept, good, accept, yes. Stop shooting.
Who is your champion?
Talgar.
Who is Talgar?
Talgar downstairs.
He is your champion?
Yes.
He is a kobold?
Yes. Grand Kobold.
Hold on. Grand kobold?
He leads us.
What's a grand kobold?
He leader? Talgar leader.
How big is a grand kobold?
If you don't stop talking, I'm going to start shooting.
No. Hold on. No, you're gonna get to shoot more. Let's make this
Okay, you're watching this from up at the top of the stairs.
easier. Wait, do I see the sparrow's got an annoyed look on his face?
A little bit.
Very.
Fine. All right.
You go, fine. And then what's the Talgar! Talgar!
Shoot him.
Shooting him.
Okay.
Shooting the talker. 15.
Oh, you right in his face. The yelling stops. There are 2 more that are just cowering, like just on the floor, fetal position.
The 2 daggers.
They obviously don't
I'm going to
want it.
advance.
Okay.
Well, It's like killing puppies. Come on.
Are the daggers?
We're better than
clean?
this.
You are. Not really.
I'll clean them up.
Okay.
They're all sort of
Is there-
rusted and kind of pitted.
All right.
They're not even real, like, I mean, they're daggers, but, ugh.
I point out the
How long would
entrance.
it take me to clean them up?
Oh, it's going to be at 15, 20 minutes.
Oh, good.
I point out the entrance we came from. You two, run back to wherever your families are, and you never, ever come back. You take up jobs that don't have anything to do with going out and messing with humans ever again. We clear? Wait, I just realized something. You don't understand me, do you?
Did you point at the back door?
Yeah.
They start to head that direction. Do you harass them as they do?
No, I smack my sword on the ground.
They run.
Get! Go on, get! All right, we got to go fight some powder magnate, Talgon. All right, so,
Talgon, take me away.
all right. What was it they were eating?
Something dead?
I should hope.
It was a pair of dogs.
Oh, that pisses
Should
me
have killed
off.
him. Should have killed him. All right, I searched the one that was the talker. And does he have anything?
Okay. He has a short sword.
I want it.
Covered in feces.
It's kind of rusted and the blade is notched and it's a very poor short sword.
I handed it over to Sparrow.
Okay.
Great. Do you have a scabbard for it? Anything?
Oh no.
No?
Nope. He just tucked it in his belt.
Okay.
He's
It was
probably proud of
important.
it.
Very, very proud. Very much so.
He kissed it every night.
He's bleeding out from the eye.
He even peed on it every night.
Yeah.
They're filthy.
So everyone would know it's his.
Yeah.
All right, well, we're going to move in the direction that he started shouting, Talgon!
I am going to advance slowly and try to stay hidden from them.
Okay. There's a trap door to a ladder that goes down into the basement that was what he was yelling at.
Oh, man, this is totally not an obvious trap. Well...
I'm going to open the trap door.
Okay.
Look down in there.
You see a number of like 4 or 5 kobolds.
Okay. Inflict.
they
nice.
boned.
All right.
For audience members at home, inflict is a dangerous spell.
13.
That inflicts damage upon it, Sparrow's opponents.
Nice. Several of them begin writhing in pain. Several of them run away.
Okay. I'm going to...
They just fall to the ground. Okay. Ugh. All right.
This seem weird,
I'm going
anybody?
to drop in there, though, after I cast the spell. 'Cause
That's
I
a
have-
terrible
I have
idea.
Dark vision. I can see it all.
That's a terrible idea.
This seem weird to anybody?
Oh,
Nope.
We'll be fine.
No, I mean, like, I get they wanted to prove that we were tough guys. You know, so you could do the favor for, what's his name. But doesn't it seem really weird that a convent would get taken over by the worst scrubs you've ever seen?
No. Kobolds are filthy and will kill and eat anything. Nuns won't fight. It seems like easy pickings if I was a dirty, filthy, ravenous meat eater.
Okay, something about this seems weird. All right, I sheathe my sword. I climb down.
Okay, there are a number of kobolds that have cowered to the edges of the room. They are all yelling, not in unison, but in different, varying squeaking. You can make out, Telgar!
Beldar. Sorry, I got nothing.
It's okay. One of them goes, please, don't kill. Don't kill.
Why?
Why do you attack us?
You attacked the convent.
It's ours. We live here.
Did you kill the nuns?
What?
Did you kill the humans who were here before?
No.
Where were the humans who were here before?
They're with Telgar.
What?
They're with Telgar.
He has them, prisoner?
Yes.
Is Talgar the name of the king?
No.
Okay, good.
Okay, well, tell you what. Tell your friends. You're going to drop your weapons, and you're going to leave.
Okay.
And you're never coming back.
Okay. I hear you tell Morganth. Do you challenge Telgar?
Yeah, I'm going to challenge Telgar.
You,
It's going to bite me in the ass.
you,
Yeah.
you need to come to Telgar?
Yeah.
Do you come?
Well, first your friends are leaving. Drop your weapons. Tell them to drop their weapons.
Okay, he's like, he barks out 1 or 2 things, and they start climbing up the ladder. They like go around you. The ones that aren't just squealing, they go around you like you're not even there. They're like, okay, go walk out the ladder there. There we go.
And stop eating dogs. Tell them to stop eating dogs.
I let go of the ones I'm inflicting on.
Okay, they and just lay there.
miserably.
Tell them that rat is a more nourishing meal.
And he looks, he's like, and he stops and he kind of looks at you for a minute and he goes, but dog, dog?
No, rat.
Dog is delicious.
Well, it's banned now.
It's banned?
Yeah, that's just bad for you.
Oh.
Yeah,
no dog?
Bad. High in fats. Also, it's you know what? I'll teach you later how to cook a rat into a patty. It'll be amazing. We'll get a beer later. But first, got to go kill your king. Kind of in a hurry. Let's go find your king.
Okay.
I can imagine Jason's up the ladder going, did I hear any of that right? Am I high right now? Wait,
Okay.
Radish served us hamburgers at the last cookout.
Filthy kobolds.
Kobolds come pouring out of the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and they're just headed towards the back door.
Oh, I don't harry them. I let them go.
Okay. The room clears out.
All right, take me to Telgar.
Okay, he takes you across the room from the ladder.
This could be a dragon. I know it.
There's a downward slope, a good 15, 20 feet, 30 feet, 40 feet. And it comes into a large, rounded, cavernous room that has been excavated. This might have been human work. This might have been reptilian work. I don't know. There are bunk beds there. And you see little tiny bunk beds. They're so cute. Little 2 levels, 3 levels. And they're like, oh, that's so cute.
Oh.
There's bunk beds and bunk beds and bunk beds. And then full-size bunk beds. And you're like, okay. And then 8-foot long bunk beds and 4 foot wide. There are 2 or 3 of those. And you're like, huh. Well, that's weird. You make your way through the barracks of the room. And then there's another passage that kind of is a downward slope, 20, 30, 40, 50.
Do we find anything in the barracks, by the way, as we move through? Just real quick.
By the way, it's filthy. The bed sheets are terrible. They're sodden with, literally the kobolds mark their territory, but this is my bunk.
It's okay. I've stayed at a Red Roof Inn. It's kind of similar.
Yeah.
So,
it's,
But Zynga, take that Red Roof Inn. You suck.
Hashtag Red Roof.
I'll tell you about my Chicago trip one time.
No,
Red Roof.
no, you won't. You won't.
No, so
I don't want to know. I don't want to know.
Moving down, but at this, actually, I'm going to stop at one point, just look at Sparrow and be like, yeah, I'm getting the feeling this is a trap. You saw the big beds, right?
Yeah, we'll be fine.
Yeah, we'll be fine. Okay, but here I go. Again, on my own.
Okay.
Down the only road I've ever known.
Stop it.
I'm going to go down the ladder and start making my way.
And I made up.
Following.
Okay.
I know they're 30 or 40 feet ahead of me.
Uh-huh.
But I'm going to go down the ladder.
Oh, and you can hear Radish. He's all...
I don't actually have armor.
No, but you've got a shield and a sword, and I'm sure you're being...
Banging it together. Da.
Exactly.
I need to get armor.
That would be nice, wouldn't it?
We're working on it.
It would be.
Stop giving all of your fracking copper to the Beggars Guild.
They're going to make me a wonderful suit of beggar robes.
Beggar's armor.
This is a real Dunkin' Potatoes bag.
These are 2 splints of splint mail. Well, what is that going to do? Hey, beggars can't be choosers, man. See what I did there?
You know what? If I run for king of the beggars, that's going to be my election catchphrase.
Beggars can't
This
be
time, you can be choosers.
You could win it all.
King of the beggar. All right, so moving right along.
All right.
That's a great election slogan.
You can
This
be
time, you can have it all. You can be choosy.
That's awesome. All right, you walk into a large hall that is now stone. You're off a dirt and dug path into a large stone chamber that is rectangular. Torches on the walls, torches on little stands in the middle, so that the whole thing is it opens up into almost an amphitheater type. There is a large chair. There are many kobolds that are kind of nestled on little mats and sort of sleeping and sort of rolling around and eating what they can. A large number of kobolds centered in the middle of the room in front of a throne where what is presumably there's a crown on its head. And it looks like folklore. Anybody got a folklore?
I do.
Anybody got a...
Yeah, I got a
Can I spend a hero point to reroll that?
ancient
Yes,
history.
you
Wait,
can.
oh, do I want to?
You do.
I got ancient
Yeah,
history.
okay, yeah. Come on.
Roll better.
I did. Slightly.
Yeah, what'd you roll?
14.
Oh, that's more than well enough. Sitting on the throne with a crown is a one of the largest, and this has to be the explanation, troglodytes you've ever seen. Things like 8.5 feet tall, gotta be 350 pounds if it's an ounce. Just rippling corded muscles. Standing there, it has a shield and a sword already. And it seems to be just, okay, watching you as you walk in.
Talgon, ancient troglodyte secret, I say.
You're an idiot.
And it says, Togar.
I see you're a king. I am a king.
What you king of?
This land.
My land.
No, this is this land.
No, this land. And he points up.
I'm not falling for that.
No, up there. That land.
Yes.
Down here, my land.
Not for long.
You challenge me,
I challenge you.
he no fight. And he points at Sparrow.
If anybody joins in on your side, I'm killing everyone in the room.
Also, I'm just kind of going to look at him and go, yeah, I've got this. And give him that wink, that desperate wink. That Sparrow would be like, remember, isn't that the wink he gave me when he got his butt kicked in 9th grade? Oh, yeah. 9th grade, like Radish made it that far.
How dark is it in here?
Well, he said there were torches.
There needs to be torches. It's not well lit.
Okay, I see fine.
Oh, you're
How well
fine.
does he see?
It's kind of like, you're like, okay, yeah, that's the troglodyte. It stands up, and apparently there was more of it in the shadow than you saw. I mean, it stands up, and it's got to be a good 9.5 feet tall, which gives you that there's like, oh, this is like 10.5 foot. Are these vaulted ceilings? And you're like, oh, it's kind of bigger in here than I thought it was.
That's bigger than any troglodyte should be.
Yes. Yeah, this thing's huge. Long tail, thick. That's big. You thought you saw him well, but you didn't see him as well as you thought you saw him. And
I mumble something and kind of wave my hands under my cloak and put a ball of light right behind Radish's head.
As the room opens up before you, and you hear the hiss and of movement, you see 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. The beady little eyes turn around, and they're all illuminated now because you've got a little ball of light behind your head. That's kind of nice. The guy over there. There's got to be.
That's kind of nice. The guy.
He kind of helped you out there. It was like really cool. Maybe 100, maybe 200 pairs of eyes staring back at you.
Crap.
From the floor of the temple area, and Talgar is stepping amongst them towards you.
These are other troglodytes.
Oh, it could be.
Oh God, this is gonna hurt on the price. Okay, just to be clear, if I die,
You're good, baby.
we're good. All right,
good.
You're good.
No, you know what? I draw my sword.
I'm going to activate my
My name is
slippery ring.
Radish of Oxley. I have slain gods. I have slain all who have dared to threaten that which I hold dear. And you're big. You're pretty strong. But you know what? You made a mistake. And now, here comes the Reaper. And I charge.
I'm going to activate my slippery ring.
Okay. Jace, what are you doing?
Have I caught up to them?
Oh yeah, you're around the corner, and
Just
you see all of the you see a sea of eyes, many of which are kobold, but there are a number of troglodytes mixed in there, and you see that whatever that thing is that is standing across from Radish. That's big. Yeah, you've caught up with them. What are you doing?
Do I see any of the nuns around?
Yes, nuns are over to the side of the throne. They're all bound, tied to the walls.
Shite. Okay. I'm going to get ready to throw this fire and sneezing powder at the troglodyte.
At the king.
The king troglodyte.
Okay.
So I'm going to hold.
Everybody roll initiative. What'd you roll?
4.
Plus your dex mod.
That is with the Dex mod.
Oh, gee. Did you roll? You didn't roll a 1.
No.
Okay, good for you. What'd you roll there, Kelly?
A natural 20.
Woo!
22.
22. All right. You draw your sword.
sometimes the sheath sticks.
Well, my sword
no,
was
I'm
already
just
out.
kidding. I know. I just wanted to use that line from Gladiator. What? No.
And also, worst comes to worst,
Cut
the
the
sword
throat
is
out.
so sharp, I would just cut through the
Just cut through
scabbard.
the scabbard. There it is. The frost. Sometimes it stings. What? And he cut his head off. You've got your sword up and your shield up, and you see him like step through 2 or 3 of the things, and then he just kind of like he goes from that, like he's walking to that just sort of skip shuffle step, like I'm gonna get ready to run. You know what I mean? Like you could tell, oh, he's gonna start running here in a second, and then he crosses the sea of eyes and is on top of you, and you go, whoa! Like he's on top of you, like right now.
Raise my shield up in a defensive position, blade ready to stick forward.
And that'll do us tonight for Gaming with Scott. We thank you for listening, and as always, you'll hear from us real soon.
Bye. Bye, guys.
And that's it tonight for us on Gaming with Scott presents Fantasy Weekly, Book 1, Tales from Oxley. You can always send us an email at feedback@gamingwithscott.com or catch us on Twitter. Joshua Jackson is at ActionJack853. Kelly is at Aerith. John Kennedy is at JKMyth. Rico is at R1C0. And me, Scott T, at GamingWScott. This is a Southgate Media production. Remember, we all hold fantastic realms within our mind's eye and can share that with those around us to make the world a better place. Bring that with you every time we venture out into the world. And as always, you'll hear from us real soon.